Good afternoon. Welcome to episode 41 of the Blunt Talk Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Wright, coming to you from the beautiful and warm confines of Atlantic State, New Jersey. Wherever you may be watching or listening, I thank you as always. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel. I just want to hop into in this episode kind of an amalgamation, a review of games 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals. And boy, I look pretty damn stupid right now because I picked the Mavs to win this series in 7 games. They're down 0-2 right now. The Celtics have been just completely dominating them and playing complete team basketball. And I want to give Mazzulla and that team credit because he's definitely had them prepared and ready for the series. I just want to highlight on some bulletin points. I think some things that need to be addressed for both teams to either, for the Mavs come back and potentially make this a series and for the Celtics to win the series. Starting off, I'm going to hop right into the elephant in the room, the albatross around the Mavs' neck, which is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving has been fucking horrible these past 2 games. These past 2 games, Kyrie Irving has scored a grand total of 28 points. He has 8 assists, and he's averaged 35% from the field shooting, which is just fucking atrocious by his standards. He's 0 of 8 from 3. Not hit a single 3-point shot, which this is, again, an issue that's been carrying over since the Western Conference Finals. It's been something that's been plaguing him. Not sure if it's just a slump that he's going through. Not sure exactly why it's happening, but nonetheless, it's happening, and it's happening at the worst time for the Mavericks and for Kyrie himself. He's also not getting to the free throw line enough, which is definitely hurting his efficiency and which is definitely costing them extra points early in the game. His shooting hat and efficiency must be better. And he just, he has to play better basketball. He's a veteran. He's been in this spot. He knows damn good and well that he can't keep playing like that. And I think he will step up. And I think there will be a game or two where he gives you a great performance or a solid performance. And ultimately, what it's going to come down to is him rising to the occasion and playing the way he needs to play and being at the level that he needs to be at to essentially rise and get this team back in contention and possibly winning. Having said all that, Luka Doncic, first 2 games of his NBA career, NBA Finals or postseason career, let's just go into the numbers. 31 points, 10.5 rebounds, 6 assists in 2 games. Now, the issue for Luka has primarily been the 12 turnovers. 12 turnovers in 2 games, 8 in the first game, 4 in the last, or vice versa. It's atrocious. You cannot, it's a credit to the Celtics defense, but more importantly, it's the pressure. You got to think. You got to know this team is predicated off defense. You know that they pick pockets. And Luka's just giving it to him, which is definitely causing this team to be behind a lot in games. They have cause them to have to fight back. One of the other things, too, is 3-point shooting has been up and down, which has relatively been the case for Luka. He usually, if he averages 9 to 13 attempts, typically on average he hits about 4. So that's not really too crazy. But the fact that Kyrie's not hitting the shots is more polarizing when he hits or misses. Definitely the free throw shooting though has been atrocious. That has been a fucking atrocious. I read those numbers, horrible. Like I said, the pressure's getting to him. Young player, young guy, being in this position, never being in the NBA Finals, playing a veteran team, playing a team that has finals experience, playing a team with a coach that has finals experience. It shows. And Jason Kidd's definitely going to have to go into the bag, because Luka and Kyrie are going to need some help to win this series. And them stepping up, playing better is going to be a huge help. But yeah, we're going to highlight what the Celtics are doing to the Mavs big men too, that I think is inhibiting the Mavs from being the offensive threat that I think they can be in the paint. But without all that, basically needing to say, Kyrie and Luka both need to step up for this team to reach the heights they need to reach. Because make no mistake, Luka can go for all the triple doubles he wants. If Kyrie's not at least averaging 24 to 30 points, this series is over. Next, I'm going to hop on the Celtics. I'm going to talk about what they've been doing. The Celtics have been winning this series through a complete team effort. Both games, just complete team effort. You got to give them complete credit for what they're doing. Like I said, Mike Mazzulla has them coached well and ready for this series. More importantly, the thing that's really been their walking carrying stick for the whole year, their strong defense. Which has forced the paint to be more difficult for the Mavs big men, which is causing them to force shots and miss certain shots. And, it's just making life hell for the Mavs, and you got to give them credit. This is what they were going to need to do to make this a series and to win the series, essentially. I spoke to you guys at length about the matchup between Jrue Holiday and Kyrie Irving, how I think that was going to be integral. Jrue Holiday is making life difficult for Kyrie. We have to address it for what it is, between the turnovers and the bad shooting. That part of that is Jrue Holiday. That's veteran poise and leadership. He did this 4 years ago in Milwaukee. He's doing it again now. And, you know, you got to give Drew Holiday credit. This is why he's one of the best point guards in the league. And this is why he's been a sought-after veteran for any team that's vying or contending for a championship. Jaylen Brown, you know, we got to give Jaylen Brown his props. He's been the star out of the tandem between him and Tatum so far in this series. Now, granted, it's only been 2 games, so I'm not, you know, losing my mind over that. But he's been the better of the two. Not by much. Statistically, his three-point shooting has been fucking horrible. But nonetheless, he's played well enough to where they've been winning these games. And again, team effort, give Jaylen Brown credit. But the key for this Boston team has been Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has created a mismatch for the Mavs that they weren't really prepared for. And he helps get the Celtics when they're going through these bad shooting lulls where they're not hitting the threes like they need to, or they're not hitting those bankable twos like they usually hit. The fact that he's been, like, I think he's at 65 or 68% from the field. The fact that he's hitting those shots is causing the Mavs to not have an answer. Luka can't carry it all by himself. Kyrie is struggling. And ultimately, there's nobody else there to pick up the weight. So it's showing. And, you know, it's going to be a true test to see how they defend Porzingis and how they try to limit him offensively, because he's been killing them. And Mike Mazzulla putting him off the bench and having him come off the bench and provide that offensive spark, has been tremendous for this team. But I'd be remiss if I did not harp on something that I think Boston has to keep an eye out on. And I could be wrong, guys. It could be something that Boston may not even be bothered with or bogged down with, but it's something I definitely need to address. Boston has gotten away with some of the shittiest three-point shooting ever in this series. Now, I blame a lot of that on Jason Kidd, because you didn't really have the Mavs prepared to really... I mean, Game 2 was a lot better performance than Game 1. Game 1 was a blowout. The score just looked closer to what it was. Game 2 was more of a game. However, when you got a Boston team that's shooting 32% from 3, and you're not capitalizing on this, and you're down 0-2... this is just a testament to how good Boston is, and it also is a testament to where Jason Kidd needs work. Because, yes, Boston having the size, the Horford, the Porzingis, having the guard play like they have with Tatum and Holiday, having Jaylen Brown, they have a complete team, and this is why they're up. Although, if they're shooting that badly from 3, this series should be tied. And Luka and his turnovers, and Kyrie and the inconsistent shooting, and the big men not really providing the spark all the way that they needed, Derek Lively not giving you shit off the bench, is going to wind up costing this team. And if these things don't get addressed, I don't really see how Dallas can come back and win this series. Although, now the series is coming back to Dallas, we'll see if some home cooking could potentially even it up and make this series tied. That would be pretty much it for my roundup and review for the games 1 and 2 of the NBA Finals. I would definitely have a video after Game 3 of the NBA Finals reviewing that and discussing that with you guys. I thank you so much, as always, for watching. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Take care. Be safe, and enjoy the rest of your day.